endorse the proposals made by His Excellency the President of the Republic of Ghana. And to add that just trying to work through the SDGs itself and trying to fully appreciate the concept, because I think His Excellency just pointed out a moment ago that sometimes it just looks as if we are merely changing names and doing more or less the same things. But I think that they are the center of all of the work that we're trying to do, is really addressing the glaring problems of inequality and poverty. I think problems are so obvious that however we describe the program, we really must do something, and do something urgent. In Nigeria, in the current budget cycle, we have the largest social protection program in the history of the country. It's a program that's worth about $3 billion. And basically we're looking at lifting as many people out of poverty. Of course, many are familiar with the size of the Nigerian state, and we have close to 110 million people who are poor, and about 2/3 of that live in extreme poverty. So it's a very, very huge problem. And part of what we're trying to do is to look at how, not just to empower people, but also how to ensure that what we give them is sustainable. For the women, we're doing a program, a microcredit program for 1 million market women and artisans who are all female. And they will be given facilities, training facilities, as well as soft loans to enable them to be able to do some work for themselves and to continue to be able to live. And we think, of course, that giving these microcredits to women, almost all the surveys show that they handle money better and that they do a much better work on the whole. So I think that with what we've started to do, we've done a few pilots already, and we've seen that this is certainly going to work. We're also doing some conditional cash transfers. Again, we're handing this to women. Again, we're doing another 1 million of the poorest. In determining who the poorest is, we've had problems around that, but we've got very good assistance with the World Bank and Bill Gates Foundation have helped in just trying to map the really poor in the various communities and looking for the poorest of the poor. And so we have a small sum of money, about 5,000 naira, which is roughly about $50 or so. I think it's just like, no, it's actually about, let's say about $50 or thereabouts, which is a sum of money that we give every month to the poorest, which will enable them to feed themselves and to find stuff that they may do on the condition that they're able to, that they send their children to school and that they participate in immunization. So we're really excited about some of the work that we're trying to do around the SDGs. And we are hopeful that we'll be able to get the social protection program working.